in these positions, nor even that they're actually might be carrying them out, as is documented in this article. The biggest battle is pointing out why mass sterilization of large sections of the population is wrong, and why it would create an oppressive, hyper-fascist, brave new world society. Because, as you just mentioned, I would say from my experience that most people agree with the top eugenicists that the useless eaters need to be sterilized, without realizing that such programs would target everyone, not just brown people, not just people on welfare.
Well, that's because
everyone.
In movies and TV, I mean, half the science fiction movies I've seen or more will have a scene where, why'd you join up for the military corps? Take Starship Troopers. Oh, you got to be a citizen to have babies, and I want to have babies. Or, I mean, I'm a science fiction fan. When I had time, I'd watch science fiction movies. I'd say more than half has a message of, in the future, you got to have a license to have kids. It's predictive programming. And so people think this is the knowledgeable thing. I mean, I have some family who's dead now, but she would sit around and talk about the white trash and how they, might need to, are breeding too much. And so it was just an accepted knowledge. Listen, 34 states passed laws for forced sterilization by 1931. I mean, Hitler got all his ideas from England and the U.S. So all the big robber barons are into this. So, yeah, no, exactly. Listen, I have yuppies emailing me. I see them on the street. I mean, Dr. Pianka gets a standing ovation. So do all these other eugenicists. They are the majority in the power structure. And they, though, go, wait a minute, the elite wants to kill us, and that's a good idea, but I trust it and give it to my kid, but I trust him and drink the water. Because, again, they think they're the elite. Man, they are idiots, my friend.
Yeah, it's all very liberal, isn't it? I mean, the liberals also champion somebody like Marie Stopes, who was recently honoured in Britain by getting her own stamp. Marie Stopes advocated the compulsory sterilization of the diseased drunkards or simply those of bad character. That's a direct
Margaret
quote.
Sanger got a stamp. Same time, same year, if memory serves. Again, it's all unified. I went to a school that was partially black, but I mean, a large portion of it, when I was in kindergarten, because we lived in White Rock Lake in Dallas, and then we moved out to the countryside after that for first grade. But the point is that I went to Margaret Sanger Elementary. There was a statue of her. Calling black subhuman, the blacks are taught, though, to love her. She's a hero. Oh, you kill me. Oh, I love you. Isn't that loving, Paul? Oh, it's liberal. Oh.
It's very liberal to champion these people whose legacy can be traced through and before Hitler. Marie Stopes sent love letters to Hitler. She was fascinated by him because he advocated the same ideas.
Oh, are you anti-Semitic? I mean, we get attacked by the ADL. You don't want to kill? Hitler's not good? Oh, my.
Hitler's not liberal, no. Now, Stopes attended the Nazi Congress on Population Science in Berlin in 1935. That's where she called for sterilizing people of bad character. And she also concentrated her abortion clinics in poor areas because she wanted to reduce the birth rate of the lower
but that's
classes.
not just them. Ruth Bader Ginsburg gave an AP interview and said, we can't get rid of abortion. We have to get rid of, quote, populations we don't want.
Right.
I mean, these people are everywhere. You know what? I got an idea, Paul. How about if we're over, why don't they just kill themselves? I mean, all these people can just kill themselves. Oh, but see, they can't. Their lives have value, and they have to oversee killing us.
Right. And those people are now working through organizations such as the Galton Institute, which was formerly known as the Eugenics Society. Marie Stopes left most of her estate to the Eugenics Society, and now the Eugenics Society, known as the Galton Institute, supports funding for the practical delivery of family planning facilities, especially in developing countries. So, in other words, the same organization that once advocated sterilizing black people to achieve racial purity in line with what Hitler and the Nazis wanted, are now bankrolling abortions and sterilization in the third world.
But the bigger issue is Bill and Melinda Gates, Ted Turner, all of them meeting Warren Buffett in secret, and it comes out mainstream news to curb overpopulation. That's coming up in your phone calls with Paul Watson right here on Genesis. The elite that govern our planet are poisoning our water, our air, and our food. Because the same White House chief of science wants to chemtrail.
Studies have shown that many people do not get the proper vitamins and minerals necessary to maintain good health. With so many places to choose from, deciding where and what to buy can be a lengthy, frustrating process. The answer is simple. PureBulk.com. PureBulk.com has over 150 bulk wholesale nutritional products in stock, including vitamins, super antioxidants, amino acids, and herbal extracts. PureBulk.com's products contain no fillers, no additives, no fancy retail packaging, and no minimum purchase, allowing you to save 50 to 90% over store-bought supplements. PureBulk.com carries atomic iodine, red wine extract, ginkgo biloba, oil of oregano, natural coffee caffeine, L-arginine, resveratrol, hyaluronic acid, creatine, curcumin, pine bark extract, grape seed extract, and more. For prices, additional products, and more information, visit PureBulk.com. That's PureBulk.com. Or call 406-251-3270. That's 406-251-3270 today.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
The New World Order beast is genetically modifying your food, mixing vegetables with animals, and now experimenting with viruses. Without a long-term food solution, you will have just two options: starve, surrender. All canned food supplies will eventually run out. What then? Grow your own healthy food and feed your family forever. SurvivalistSeeds.com is now the nation's largest bulk heirloom seed company, and it's owned by a real patriot, Big John Lipscomb. You can now have an infinite amount of healthy vegetables like a watermelon, a bundle of carrots, or tomatoes for a little more than a penny each. SurvivalistSeeds.com. And now you can go into business with Big John at SurvivalistSeeds.com by becoming an affiliate. See his link at SurvivalistSeeds.com.
In the words of the Pentagon, possibly the most transforming thing in our force, Defense Secretary Donald H. Rumsfeld said, will not be weapon systems, but a set of interconnections. Headline, U.S. military to install global internet architecture giving godlike view of planet. And this article on Infowars.com, it says exactly what I said over the years. The smart dust, the RFID in all products is to give Google, which is really Pentagon front, on record. We've had Mr. Steele, the CIA officer, on to cover it. A three-dimensional system where you search the internet, they search reality. And so it's this giant electronic technological control grid. And that's what the Pentagon calls it, is a control grid, to straitjacket everybody. And they're putting the grid in right now, and then they're going to phase out and kill everybody, including the troops, when they're done with them, and then move to a robot military, drone control with AI systems run by the elites. So it's like Terminator, but minus the machines running it. And then they're already going to convert the Air Force by 2012 to over half drone. That means even without humans piloting them. Everything's converting right now. Now, they'll be successful if we can't face what they're doing and realize a group of humans are waging war against the rest of us. And they brag and call it this. You know, you talk about the Galton Society. That was Darwin's, quote, bulldog. This is the new religion. And I'm not debating evolution here. I'm saying out of the evolution movement came these people. They're in control. And Watson, continue. I mean, you haven't even gotten into how he says a global police force will CPS everyone's children. They'll break up all the families. I mean, and then now you see him in power today as Obama's science czar. They are implementing the total destruction of society, total federalization, mobile health vans, FEMA camps for everyone's safety. I mean, this is it.
Exactly, and a lot of the liberals